In my book, The God Virus, I discuss hypnosis at length because it's so important in understanding how a church service works, a mass, or any religious service. A recent study at the University of Missouri found that the brain areas involved in spiritual experience are the same regardless of religion. Whether it's a Buddhist, an Islamic person, a Christian, the brains and the brain chemistry is the same. Religion simply, through its services, evokes certain brain sequences and brain chemistry. So the key to a good church service is to evoke the right biochemicals in the brains of the congregants. So let's talk about church services and hypnosis. Now, I discussed this in an earlier session, but I want to go to a little different angle and a little different detail here. As I've said earlier, in our earlier, repetition and ritual is very important. For example, Catholics have you stand up and kneel and do all these things at least 13 times in just a single Mass. And I'm just talking a normal Mass. Pentecostals have loud music and ritualistic singing and swaying. Oh, Lord, save us. Oh, Lord, have mercy on us. And they go back and forth. Get on YouTube and look at a video of Sarah Palin, the vice presidential candidate's church up there in Alaska. You will see an entire congregation in a trance. Watch the minister of that church as he preaches. Watch him pace back and forth. Back and forth. Watch him repeat phrases over and over again. Watch him use verbal cadence that accents the same place every time. Sooner or later, it starts getting the group into a trance state. A good church service is designed to get a result. Now, that result may mean more commitment to the church. It may mean more money to the church. It may mean proselytizing the church. But the entire service is designed for some kind of result. Ministers spend hours thinking about and designing a church service that'll get the result they want. Music and the sequence of the service takes people through an entire emotional experience. Done right, it leaves people with a mild euphoric sense that they then attribute to the God, to some spiritual aspect. The key psychologically is to get the congregants to associate the feelings they experience through the trance and ritual with a God or a spiritual experience. This ties them closer to the church. They feel like, wow, the church did this for me. I feel much better. I feel like my sins are gone, so I need to come back. They believe the only way they can get this feeling is through the church. Of course, that's what the church wants them to think, is the only way they can get the feeling is to come to church every Sunday. They might get the same feeling from another activity like yoga or a simple meditation exercise, but they wouldn't associate that with the church. Many of the, especially more conservative churches, are suspicious or oppose hypnosis or psychology or secular meditation techniques. Probably because if someone discovered they don't need a church to feel good about themselves, it might make them less likely to come back to church.